What's going on, guys? We are here to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Episode 6, Season 4. I'm Zach.
And I'm Andrew.
And I gotta say, I really love this episode. I mean, I don't have many words to say how much I loved it, because it was just great. But,
it's hard to describe a feeling with words.
Yeah. I'll let you start off with the first of it.
Yeah, so it was called the Good Samaritan,
Mm-hmm.
and we definitely find out what that is, and it's just awesome. We'll get into that, but the first thing I thought just was awesome is how he talks about, you see flashbacks, and so it's like the origin. So you see flashbacks of Elias working with the Momentum Energy crew, and they somehow make this leap. And of course we were both probably thinking, oh, that's the book. That's how they did it.
Yeah.
It's an unexplained leap. Forbidden knowledge to make this machine work, and they had created matter out of nothing.
Yeah.
And I guess they had used somehow harness the quantum realm,
Something.
So the subatomic environment to create matter out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Elias says that breaks the law of thermodynamics, that matter is neither destroyed or created.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it is created out of nothing, or maybe it's it came from another, a multiverse. It came from another universe.
I think it's going to be something along that lines, since Doctor Strange is coming out. So maybe with that book, it's able to tap into other dimensions and create matter.
Well, I guess not necessarily other dimensions, but just another universe, because there's a limitless amount of universes to draw on. And then you see, and I thought it was interesting, the boss guy kind of went mad.
Yeah.
Kind of being ownership over his book is very much Gollum Smeagol about his ring.
Yeah.
And there must have been something very mystical about it that affects someone being close to it.
Yeah, most definitely. He was able to, like you said, Gollum in the ring. He's able to see stuff, see other things that we can't see, or gain knowledge that we can't get. So
it's very much forbidden power, and something that strong, it's almost like a curse upon it.
And like they said, it's Elias said, you're playing God, So
yeah.
I mean, if you have
because you're making something out of nothing. If
you have that kind of power, I mean, you don't want somebody else to have it,
Yeah. And then we get to the point where, we obviously saw that last episode, Jeffrey Mace is going to come to get Robbie Reyes and Quake, because they're fugitives.
Yeah.
From their point of view. Quake, she has broken the law.
Yeah. Tons
of times, and obviously Robbie Reyes has just straight up murdered people.
Yeah.
Especially someone recently. And just and obviously we agree with that. We're okay, who cares?
Yeah.
But that's not most of the world. So he comes, and then they're outside. They're not actually in the Quinjet, they're outside of it.
Yeah.
But he obviously finds them. Jeffrey Mace finds them. And that was cool when he busts out of there. Fitz says, that's impossible.
Yeah. with Jeffrey Mace, they have the sequence where they're going through the plane, him and Coulson, and he kind of says, I can understand you going after Daisy, because she's a former SEAL agent and everything, so it's not a big deal as much as harboring a criminal murderer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a rogue agent. It's a guy who, from all they've seen, is just killing criminals.
And everybody, not everybody, but he says, they always ask, is he an Inhuman?
Mm-hmm.
And it's in past episodes, why do people keep saying that? why they keep asking me if I'm an Inhuman. He's like, no, because
that makes the most sense.
Yeah, nobody believes he sold his soul to the devil. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then we get him finally telling the truth to his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really like heartfelt because you can see like you find out like it's pretty much his fault because he wanted to go racing and he brings his brother along.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going in his Elias's car.
Yeah.
So at that point we think, oh, the Momentum people were trying to kill him, Elias, and that's why they attacked the car. But we found out later that's not what's going on. What he said? He said, "'Cause I was dead."
Yeah.
And he said, like, I was dead.
Mm-hmm. Because what they had they did the little flashback where they get shot up and the car starts flipping, and they show Robbie, he gets thrown from the car, and Gabe, he
see him.
Yeah, he's still in the car and he can't feel his legs, so he can't get out of the car. And he said he saw his brother. It's like, I saw you, and I knew for sure you were dead. And Robbie goes, "'Cause I was dead."
Yeah.
Like when he said that,
and
I thought that was really cool. I was like, yeah, dude, that was awesome.
That was a good moment.
I mean, not because somebody died. It was just like, obviously we know what happens, obviously, but I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And then you get the Good Samaritan coming, who drags Gabe out of the vehicle. He doesn't see him, but then he goes over to Robbie, and then when we get to see who it is,
yeah.
I mean, as soon as that motorcycle pulled up, we're like, no way.
Yeah, because they're telling this story to Daisy also, because they're all in that pod.
Yeah.
And he says, and Gabe says, yeah, the Good Samaritan is like, that's how you remember it. That's not really what happens. That was what happened. And Robbie goes on how when he got thrown from the car, he begged the universe, anyone
who would listen.
Yeah, anyone to spare them, and
they'll do whatever they want.
Yeah, Gabe just thought, oh, just some Good Samaritan came and helped them, which, no, that's not what happened, obviously. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Yeah, and they weren't really, and I guess you find out, like, it wasn't really his fault, Robbie's, that they, like, got shot up or whatever.
No.
But they were wronged, and they were in the right, Robbie was, so that with the spirit of vengeance, really, I mean, probably attached to that and knew of it, and that's what it craves.
Yeah.
So that's why it came to him and answered his call.
Mm-hmm.
And man, when you see that face, and you said it's so much better than the Nicolas Cage version.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze, man.
Just and so I thought it was interesting, like, they don't explain the origin, they just extend it to Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
But that's still, like, it explains why Robbie is the way he is.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that spirit of vengeance, but to see it to come from one person to another was really cool.
Yeah,
an awesome way to explain how he is.
And I mean, it makes sense they would do it that way because, as we've talked about before, from the comics, Robbie doesn't have the spirit of vengeance in him from a comic standpoint, but in the show he does. So saying that spirit was sort of transferred to him to be able to go out and take out the people who screwed his life up. So I mean, it makes sense they did it that way, and I think it's a great way to do it. Obviously.
Oh yeah. And so now we know what he said when Robbie explain that I made a deal with the devil. That's all we can verbalize it as.
Yeah.
You don't know if it is, but
what he saw,
seems looks like it.
Yeah, because what he saw, he sees a Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, head on fire.
Yeah,
that you would think that would be the devil.
And it makes deals.
Yeah.
You don't really think of the devil as like a spirit of vengeance per se, but that part for sure.
Because what they said, Robbie says is he saw nothing but black, and then he heard a voice saying, "Do you want to right the wrongs?" Or I can't remember whatever the exact words were, but do you want to
enact vengeance upon the people who wronged you?
So I guess that's how he could get saying, "I made a deal," and then a guy with a flaming head shows up and pretty much brings him back to life with this power. So I mean, that's where you could say that, hey, I made a deal with the devil, which also could confirm that we could see Mephisto later on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not confirm, but there's a strong possibility now, in my opinion.
He could always control different spirits.
Because, one thing I heard is Johnny transferred his power to Robbie, so Robbie's the only Ghost Rider now, is what I've heard. I mean, I don't know.
Like a mantle.
Yeah, it's kind of
like a Black Panther.
It's like Mephisto's not going to be able to control multiple Ghost Riders. It can only be passed down to one at a time, or one person can have that power at a time. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that, but it's a possibility.
They could. It's always something they could do.
Something I thought about today, because I had heard that and I was thinking about that, is what if maybe later on, say, Robbie finally gets vengeance on whatever, and that like feeling, that craving, that spirit is like that he doesn't need vengeance anymore. Maybe it transfers back to Johnny or something,
or someone else,
and then we could get like a Ghost Rider Netflix show or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could go to someone else and have the whole story with that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Which would be awesome.
And then we get Ghost Rider versus Patriot. That fight was awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to kill him.
No.
But he was pounding him.
Dude, like, Jeffrey Mace did not stand a chance.
Yeah.
That just goes to show how strong Ghost Rider is. Like, a lot of people just think Ghost Rider is this guy who rides around on a bike or a car, or in a car and just lights people on fire, But no, he's like he has superhuman strength and can just
heal from any injuries.
Yeah, durability and stamina and all this stuff, and he's like crazy strong.
Oh, by the way, he can look into your soul and determine if you should live or die. Yeah,
like I saw something today, which was somebody saying, "Oh, Johnny Blaze is confirmed in the NCU. If that's true, Thanos, you better look out, because you're screwed, man."
That could be cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That could be a way he dies.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. We get so they're all Robbie powers down because Gabriel says, please, like, yells at him to stop.
Yeah.
And then Coulson basically explains, like, okay, we can deal with this issue later, but right now, he's the only thing that can kill this ghost lady.
Yeah.
So we need him.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, that's fine. So they go and they find the facility. We get a name drop with Roxxon.
Mm-hmm.
Agent Carter. It was owned by them, and then it was owned by Roxxon.
And Dark Energy, and all that stuff, which was a big part of season 2, where Madame Mask, she was playing with all that stuff, and like it was a big deal in like season 2 of Agent Carter. So yeah, it was a cool little shout out to that.
And so we see Ghost Rider, and she just doesn't need, and he confronts the ghost lady, and she just has no idea. Yeah. And then when he grabs her, and her look, and he's like, maybe I wasn't clear about who I am. How many innocent people have died because of what you've done? I'm here to make you pay for your actions.
And I like
there are consequences for playing God.
Yeah, and I like the thing that she said. He's like, he said, "Is like my uncle. Where's my uncle Eli or Theo, whatever he calls him?" And she's like, he's somewhere. You must be his nephew, Gabriel, like the angel." He goes, "No, I'm the other one." I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, not quite.
And it's kind of a good like play on words in a sense.
That his name is Gabriel.
He's like Gabriel, like the angel. He's like, "No, I'm the other one, the devil."
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then we find out after that Elias he's bad.
He's actually the one who was like, no, he's the one who put them all in that state, like ghost states.
And because he was really entranced and under the spell, I think, of the book.
Yeah.
He wanted that power.
Yeah, he pretty much was jealous.
And they tried to stop whatever power it was as much as they could. Fitz did in the control room, and Coulson did in the main room where the machine was. But the thing had quantum mechanics built into it, so they just didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And that came from the book. And then he comes out of his little chamber with the experiment worked on, Elias does, and he can literally make anything. Yeah. So he's gonna be that'll be such a cool villain to see.
Yeah.
And we saw little snippets of that, how cool it will be. And then I think obviously Robbie will have to kill his uncle.
Yeah, that
showdown will be cool.
That's gonna be something that I was like, man, that's gonna be tough for him because it's like his uncle's bad now and he's the Ghost Rider now. He's gonna have to fight his uncle, which is gonna suck. Yeah. It's gonna be a dilemma for him.
It's very Punisher. If you watch Daredevil season 2, where in the end, spoiler alert for Daredevil season 2.
If you haven't seen that, come on.
It's
almost been a year.
No one can get mad.
It's almost been a year.
What we see is the blacksmith, the main guy he's trying to get vengeance on, is his former army commander.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care.
No, I think once the Ghost Rider takes over, he's like, I don't care. You're evil. You need to pay for your sins. So
yeah,
I think he'll take him out. We'll see. I don't know. We still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I almost thought I didn't realize. I didn't see where the show was going, but then once Elias was bad, I was like, oh crap. Because I thought it was gonna where are we going from here?
Because from the start, there hasn't been a clear a villain of this season so far. Mm-hmm. It's kind of just been, we got a new director. What's happening here in the light? Maybe it's a couple Inhuman problems. We got the Watchdogs have been on, but it's not they haven't been a main villain threat. And then the Ghost Rider stuff. So,
and who is Ghost Rider? How did he become?
Yeah,
we know now. The goal has been achieved. Now it's to stop him. But we also get Fitz, or we get Simmons going to a secret mission or whatever. I'm sure she's going to help out that Indian-looking woman senator, and whoever that loved one is who's still trapped in that cocoon.
Yeah.
Because she's an expert in human biology, so I'm sure she's trying to help out that.
Yeah, could be right on that.
So I'm super interested to see what kind of powers that person has when they come out, because I'm sure they do.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else. That was all for me.
Nope, it's all for me.
Yeah, great episode. I can't wait for more. I mean, even though we got to wait till November 29th now for the next episode.
Yeah, it's not too long though.
No,
so,
but
better than like 6 months.
Yeah, it's better than having that break from December to March. But
yeah,
I think it's kind of for the Doctor Strange movie, kind of say, hey, go out and see Doctor Strange. That's probably why. So we'll have our still have our fix of Marvel this week. So I'm not
probably more than once.
Yeah. I'm not too much worried about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. We got Doctor Strange this week, like we said. We'll have a review for that. Possibly having a guest on for that. We'll see. And got more stuff coming soon. Talk to you guys later.